Hi guys, I am working on some unpaid teams, so that's the reason we're a minute late getting started here. And it also means that we're going to have some teams available here in our very first break of the night, which is Playbook. So bear with me for a moment, please. I am trying to get some of this taken care of right now. The 49ers, that team is going as a second chance offer, and I'm sending that offer right now. So if you are that bidder, we have been in communication, of course, already by way of eBay messages. So you're going to see your second chance offer should be in your inbox right now. The other teams that are going to come into play tonight that are unpaid and available are the Dallas Cowboys and the Giants, the New York Giants. So yeah, we had some high dollar teams tonight that people didn't bother to pay for. So Merry Christmas to us all, right? Where we get to have our break held up thanks to somebody who likes to bid and then not pay. So if you are interested in the Dallas Cowboys or the New York Giants, please let me know. Again, the 49ers, that person who is the underbidder on eBay is taking them. If you were the underbidder on the Cowboys or the Giants, I did reach out to you by way of eBay messages, but I did not hear back from you. So I'm assuming that maybe you do not want them if you are one of those other teams. So guys, the Cowboys are in at their last bid was 100, and then the Giants, let's see where they were. The Giants, I'm pulling it up, multitasking. The Giants ended at 190. So, Brad, you want the Cowboys at 100? You are good with that? Okay. Then we're going to go ahead and get that taken care of. Brad, I don't remember if you happen to have my information to send the payment, or do you need me to type it in so that you can PayPal that over? Okay, so no, you don't want the Cowboys now. Okay. So we're back where we started, guys. And Stephanie, to answer your question, Bowman's Best is our second break tonight. It will be after the Playbook break, or it may end up being before the Playbook break if I can't get these other teams sold, because those are kind of big teams to not have sold and to be sitting out there. So once again, it is the New York Giants and the Dallas Cowboys sitting out there unpaid in Playbook. So if someone can let me know on that, please, who wants to pick those up. I need to move those teams before we conduct that break because of the high dollar value involved. I'm not gonna let those ride. So please let me know. Meanwhile, while we're waiting on that, we can get started on a little information. And depending on what happens with those teams, we'll either be breaking Playbook first if I can sell those extra teams that went unpaid. And if I'm unable to sell those extra teams that went unpaid on the early part, then we may just break Bowman's Best first and break Playbook second if we have to do that. So meanwhile, let's take a look at our information. So a couple things to note there. One, of course, feedback is automated on eBay. So whenever you leave positive feedback from me, you're going to instantly get positive feedback in return. You don't ever have to wait on me. Unlike tonight, right? We're having to wait because we got some unpaid teams. And of course, the other message there is to say thank you. I appreciate you bidding and breaking with me. And I'm going to apologize to you in advance. I am still under the weather, so you're probably going to hear some sniffling and snorting and throat clearing and things that aren't real pleasant to listen to in a live break. And I'm going to apologize for that right now, but I can tell you it's probably coming. We are looking right now at breaks that are already listed on eBay. This is the stuff we're going to be breaking here over the next few days. So, and once again, for any of those who've just jumped in, Jason, you're asking about the Giants. Right now, guys, the Giants are unpaid in Playbook. Their last bid was $190. The Cowboys are unpaid in Playbook. Their last bid was $100. Those are the two teams that I need to find a buyer for prior to breaking playbook. So that's for those of you who jumped in late. Those are the available teams at the moment. And if you have the 49ers, let me know, please, when you have jumped in and accepted your second chance offer, and I will get your invoice to you for that. So again, tomorrow night, guys, it's going to be an autographed baseball jersey, some Bowman draft baseball. On Monday night, which is New Year's Eve, we're starting early at 7:30 Eastern, which is 4:30 Pacific. We're going to do basketball and football mixers. There'll be full details about all the products in the description. On Tuesday, New Year's Day, we're also going to start early at 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. And we're going to do a half case of autographed mini football helmets, Bowman's Best and Optic Football by the case. Then starting on Wednesday the 2nd and going forward, we'll have a new start time of 9:30 instead of 10 Eastern. That's going to be our new start time for a while. And you can see there's more playbook, there's Contenders Basketball, Revolution, more Bowman Draft, and so on later in the week. Our shipping schedule for tonight, I'm anticipating this stuff to get out the door on Wednesday. A couple reasons for that. Of course, we have no mail service on Sunday because we never do on Sunday. Then we don't have any on Tuesday because that's New Year's Day and it's a holiday. And then, of course, New Year's Eve, I think they're going to have short counter service at my branch. I have to verify that, but I think that they do, and etc. So that's why it's projected out for Wednesday. Now that brings us up to tonight. Playbook is potentially going to be our first break if we can find a home here for the Dallas Cowboys and the Giants, both of which are unpaid and available. For the San Francisco 49ers, they are being picked up by way of second chance. Let me just double check and make sure one of these guys didn't accidentally come along and pay for their team, which I think would be highly unlikely. And yeah, they didn't. All right, so let's see where we are. So Jason is offering 150 on the Giants. Brad is offering 80 for Dallas. Okay, no, Stephanie, I did not say it was 100 for Giants. Their last bid amount for the Giants was 190. The last bid amount for Dallas Cowboys was 100. And, of course, I know, I'm kind of nasally, what with being under the weather, so I could understand how that would maybe sound wrong. Corey, we've already got a bid of 80 on Dallas right now. Brad has offered 80 for the Cowboys. And somebody, Jason, has offered 150 for the Giants. So if anybody else, does anybody else want either of those teams? If you do, please speak now or forever hold your peace, so that I can get this taken care of. We can get this wrapped up and broken. I'm going to go ahead and move those teams here shortly if no one else outbids that. And I'd like to, of course, take this moment to thank those wonderful bidders who didn't pay that will end up costing me, $100 or so here probably by their inability to pay. So always appreciate those people who bid and don't pay. Always so awesome. We haven't had any really big ones in a while, so I guess we were due to have it, but all these in one break really just makes you wonder what people are doing, doesn't it? Okay, so anybody else on that, or we're good to go there? So Brad, that's going to give you the Cowboys at 80, and who had Jason the 150 on the Giants. So, guys, do either of you have my PayPal information, or do you need me to type it in so that I can get that squared away for you? I'm just waiting on you all to respond. I know there's a minute. I know there's a delay. You may have already typed it into chat. It just hasn't popped up yet on my side. So as soon as it does, I will let you know on that. Okay, Brad, you don't have it. Okay, then let me type it into you for you. And then Jason, are you still here? Are you going to be able to, you still planning on picking up the Giants here, or what is your situation? You haven't chimed in there for a minute. And what I'm typing in right now, this is just to use for PayPal. I don't really check this for correspondence. I've had it there for like a zillion years, but that's the deal. There's Jason. Okay, so Jason, I'm gonna type you in on our spreadsheet at the Giants for 150, and then I'm gonna type in Brad for the Cowboys at 80. And if you guys can let me know, please, when that has come over by way of PayPal, I would appreciate it. Meanwhile, I'm going to work on getting this spreadsheet fixed here real quickly. And sorry, guys, I know this is a big drag for you to be stuck with. I don't really like it very much either, but sometimes we do have to deal with it. When they're little hits, I kind of just take them. And last night I let one ride for almost $100 because I recognized the name, and of course they stiffed me too. So couldn't afford to take another big shot tonight, so we had to get in and make a few changes here. All right, so it's Brad that has the Cowboys. Okay. So let me just flip these real quickly. And this is going to be second chance. Okay. And that is Brad. And I'm just typing it in, guys, as your YouTube usernames there, okay, so that I can kind of keep track of it. And that's how we're going to roll with that. Appreciate everyone's patience. I know this is not a fun way to start a break. I don't like doing it either, but you can thank your fellow bidders who do not pay for the unfortunate slowdown here. And our second chance bidder for the 49ers, are you in here right now? Have you gotten your second chance offer, and have you accepted that for the 49ers? Where are we on that situation? I'm hoping that that person is already here. Okay, guys. Yeah, I just saw somebody type in that I should block the unpaid bidders. Well, that goes without saying, guys. I absolutely block the people who don't pay, but of course that doesn't do anything to help us out tonight. We're still, unfortunately, have to waste all this time trying to get payments collected and teams sold, and then, of course, everything's selling for significantly less than they had actually bid it up to. So altogether, they'll end up costing me $100+ because they chose to bid and not pay, but it's not all that unusual, unfortunately, but I just really hate that it slows down our breaks. Okay, so are we paid here, guys? Jason, you're all good, and then we're just waiting to hear from Brad. Brad, are you all paid and squared away? You are good to go? Yes, no, maybe? I think we might just be waiting on the one. Stephanie, this is not a lot of cards in Playbook. Once we can ever get going, it won't take us very long at all to complete it. We just have to get rolling on it. And again, I appreciate your patience. I'm sorry, guys. I know this is a pain in the patootie. And, okay, Brad just chimed in. He says he's all paid up and good to go. So I think that puts us where we need to be. Thank you, guys, for picking those up. I certainly do appreciate it. So let's take a look at our amended spreadsheet now that reflects our new bidders here in the that are in the fold. So once again, this is an 8-box case break of Panini Playbook Football. Everything we're opening tonight ended tonight, Saturday night, the 29th of December. And of course, your team names are on the left, winning bidders cross from it on the right. Once again, for those of you who picked up Second Chance, I just simply used your screen name here on YouTube for my reference. So we had something in there. So the Cowboys went to Brad. Jason picked up the Giants. And of course, the 49ers were picked up as a second chance offer by way of eBay. And just as an FYI, for any of you guys who happen to be involved in these breaks, you know, if something looks to me like it might not be paid, i.e. it's, you know, like a bidder that doesn't answer emails and they have low or no feedback, and you know, you can kind of get a feel for like what looks like it might be sketchy. I will often send you a message, you know, maybe if you're the underbidder, maybe 15 or 20 minutes before the scheduled break start time, and just kind of say, hey, are you interested in this if it doesn't get paid? And then that way, you know, if you respond back and say, yes, I am, then we're kind of ready to go when we hit about that 5 or 6 minute before the break mark. I just get it all taken care of before we ever break. And of course, sometimes payment comes in, even when I think it's not going to, but a lot of times when I think it's not going to, it really doesn't. But every once in a while it does. So, but anyway, I think we are finally ready to break now. And I know that put me way behind on chat. So welcome to everybody who is in chat. I usually go down and welcome you all each individually, but since we are behind tonight, having waited for those teams to get sold and all that, we're probably just going to kind of keep on rolling here in the essence of not holding you up any farther. And I'm trying to go back through and see if there are other messages that I need to address. Corey, you're asking about Leaf Best of Football. I do have Leaf Best of Football here. I've got a few cases of it. I simply didn't remember to list it. They kept changing the release date from like Monday to Wednesday to Friday, up to Wednesday again, back to Friday again, and I just didn't have any faith in when it was actually going to arrive. And of course, they sent me the tracking like the day it arrived or the day before it arrived, which, you know, by then it's too late to list as well because you got to go 5 days out. And then I keep forgetting to list it. And of course, I had already listed up through like the next week or so, having done some 7-day stuff. So Corey, we will be doing some Leaf Best of Football. It's just going to be a little bit farther down the road. And Orlando, you said sorry, you didn't mean to say that. I don't know what you said, man, but whatever it was, it's all good. I'm sure whatever it was, it's all good. All right, and so Stephanie, I think I already answered your your question that no, there are not a lot of cards in Playbook. There's actually only 4 per box, so you're talking 30-something cards in total. But of course, if we get redemptions or something, we do go look those up after the fact. So, you know, you're still talking, 20 minutes or so probably. And Corey, the 49ers, somebody picked up already. They picked it up by second chance on eBay. They had answered my message on there, so I was just checking to see if they had any issues with that, but it looked like they didn't. I think they got it and everything. I needed to adjust the invoice, and I don't think eBay must have given them an opportunity for me to do that, so I'll address that with that bidder later. We'll get that taken care of. And you guys are asking about unpaid Bowman. All the Bowman is actually paid, so we are good there. And Corey, you're headed out. All right, ma'am. Well, thank you for stopping by. We'll catch you the next time. Alan J., I would say for Playbook, probably 20 to 30 minutes, depending on whether or not we have redemptions. Orlando is looking for a Peyton Manning, and the card collector is here, and Ezekiel is here. All right, so our first out is Cortland Sutton to 299. That's for the Denver Broncos. We have the Kansas City Chiefs with a triple threats relic coming up for Mahomes, Kareem Hunt, and Tyreek Hill, and that is numbered to 299. Oh, look at that. It's Ryan Shazier from my Pittsburgh Steelers. You know I love that guy. So happy to see that he's recovering. So there is the Ryan Shazier autograph and relic. That is numbered to 49. Jay Allen, you can't stay tonight and you need the Diamondbacks and the Marlins. Okay, we'll work on that for you. Guys, on these booklets, we're going to have one per box. This one really doesn't show many signs of it, but some of them do have some creasing and things along the spines. I think it just happens, you know, when they're holding them open to sign them and whatnot. This is to 125. It is Ito Smith for the Falcons. Is our first little booklet there. And what else we got happening here? So, did anybody happen to watch any of the Notre Dame beatdown? Oh my gosh, what happened? That was horrible, wasn't it? Like, that was a terrible game to watch. And then all of a sudden, Alabama comes out beating Oklahoma into the ground. So, this is to 299, the Saints and Michael Thomas. It's just like beatdown day or something. This is Julio Jones for the Falcons. That is numbered to 25. I do see some minor kind of edge and corner issues. You guys can probably see it too. It's those little white dots that you will see from time to time on the edges and corners of these cards. Technically it's called chipping. It's fairly common on the thicker cards, and it just tends to show up more when they have a dark background like these do. This is numbered to 99. It's a nice Jim Plunkett, a throwback hit for the Raiders. I think somebody, if I remember seeing that through chat earlier, I think somebody was looking for some Raiders maybe. Meanwhile, how about Aaron Rodgers to 5 for the Green Bay Packers? So, dang, that is a heck of a card. If you get the Green Bay Packers tonight, yeah, shoot and score. Aaron Rodgers relics and signatures numbered to 5 on that booklet is really fantastic. So congratulations to Green Bay on this one. Brad, you said the Broncos hit in this a lot. The Broncos hit a lot this year in general. They had a lot of rookies that made the team. So, you know, that always plays a role in it. How many rookies you have that actually make your roster tends to somewhat decide how many cards you have in. To 299, it's Josh Doxson and the Redskins. Here's an Ozzie Newsome for the Browns. This is another throwback. This is Fabled Fabric, numbered to 299 with a little Ozzie Newsome relic. And the Packers, as if your Aaron Rodgers wasn't enough to make you happy tonight, we're going to give you something else. Giving you a Ty Montgomery to 25, autograph and relic. The card collector, you're freaking out because it was an Aaron Rodgers and you didn't get it tonight. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm just looking at the spine of this one. It is Royce Freeman, speaking of the Broncos, numbered to 99 with his sad little autograph over there of only 2 initials, but at least you got a nice relic on the opposite side. So that's at least something to look at. And Ginger, you know what? I don't disagree with you. I thought Georgia should have gotten in the playoffs as well. And Ginger saying, you know, that beat down is just further proof that it should have been Georgia in there. And, of course, you know, Notre Dame just had a terrible showing. This is Darius Geis, numbered to 199 for the Redskins. I mean, I guess Oklahoma still has an opportunity to rebound in the second half. I don't know if they will or not, but at least they put some effort into the end of the first half. Kerryon Johnson and the Lions, that is numbered to 199. Because really, I mean, they could not have looked any worse than they did. They truly, you know, they looked terrible in the first half, Oklahoma. My goodness. Plaxico Burress and the New York Giants. So that's to 199, and that's karma or fate or whatever you want to call it, paying you back for picking up the Giants tonight. And then for picking up the Cowboys, it looks like karma and fate is paying you back as well. There you can see a little of what I'm talking about. You can see that white there along the crease line of that booklet. It is Mike White to 125 for the Dallas Cowboys. Ah, Butch, you must have, I'm just now reading back up through there. You must have the Packers tonight, Butch. Is that right? Is that yours? I haven't seen you in a while, man. How you been? Have you been, you may have been around and just not in chat, but I haven't seen you in chat in a long time. This is to 199. It is Mike White again for the Dallas Cowboys. Oh, there's Baker Mayfield coming out for the Browns. I need this man to win his game this weekend for my Steelers to have any chance of making the playoffs, unbelievably, to 199. And I need him to beat this team. Mark Andrews for the Ravens. And the Mark Andrews, I guess, is not numbered. Don't see a number on that one. I'm going to take it as a good sign that Baker came out like on top of the Ravens out of this pack. So I'm going to take it as a good sign that he can beat them. I'll take what I can get, okay? A little bit of white on the corner, or rather the edge of this one as well on that fold line. And it is numbered to 99, and the Packers with an embarrassment of riches tonight. This is Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Another hit headed to Green Bay. Okay, we have for the Bengals. Here comes Sam Hubbard headed out for Cincinnati. That is numbered to 25. For the 49ers, we got a little luck for you for picking up the 49ers as well. How about DJ Reed to 49? So all three of our unpaid teams got a little love back from fate or karma for picking up those teams. So at least you're not going to go home empty-handed. The Jets with a nice Sam Darnold to 49. I like that one. And here's our armory. That's going to be Anthony Miller. It's a 1 of 1 for the Bears. Yeah, I said a 1 of 1. Now, this better be nice. All of our other armories that haven't been 1 of 1s have had really boring relics. Oh, but not this one. If you have the Browns, look at that. Okay, this one's a little boring up there, but it is still part of a tag. You can see the number 4 on it. But then you have the Nike swoosh, the NFL Players Association tag, the NFL shield, and then another part of the laundry tag. Now, tell me that's not cool. Yeah, you're never going to convince me that that's not 100% awesome, because it is. So a nice 1 of 1 for the Bears. That's the best armory booklet I have seen out of Playbook. So, Bears, yeah, congratulations. That was an incredibly nice hit. Orlando, we're still trying to find you your Peyton Manning. Don't give up on me yet. We've still got 2 to go, the one we're looking at, and 1 more. There's Mike Evans to 299 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Giants are going to take home a second hit, and it is Michael Strahan, numbered to 299. Points card, we'll have to give that out by way of random. I was kind of expecting that because we hit that really sweet Aaron Rodgers. I figured we'd find a points card somewhere, and there it is. Josh Allen to 99. We've got another nice booklet. This one headed to the Buffalo Bills. So all in all, a pretty solid case thus far, but we have 1 more to go. Last box mojo time. Let's see what we can pull out of our last box here. Hopefully it's going to be awesome. DJ Moore and the Panthers with a relic to 299. Julio Jones comes out for the Falcons. And Julio is numbered to 299. And the Giants are the gift that keeps on giving tonight. And this is Harry Carson. And that's a little throwback as well to 199. So the Giants, you didn't hit your Saquon Barkley, but you did have several hits in here. And at least the 49ers and the Cowboys picked up something as well. Last but certainly not least, numbered to 99, we have DJ Chark coming out for Jacksonville with your nice relic and hard-signed autograph on that booklet. So we'll recap this in a minute, but before we do that, we have a 400-point card here that we need to award using eBay, or using eBay. Let's try that again. This is what happens, see, when I hop up on cold medicine and anything I can find in the house so that I can get through the break. Yeah, then I say crazy stuff. Yeah, no, we're using random.org to give that away. We're not using eBay to give that away. But what we are doing is coming over here to our spreadsheet, and I'm just going to copy all of the team names. Obviously, I'm bringing you along with. Next, we're going to go over to random.org, and I'm going to paste them in here. And guys, when I have 9 or fewer items, I do random 3 times. When I have 10 or more items, I do random a single time, which is what's going to happen here. So, of course, I'm scrolling through so that you can see that each of our teams were properly cut and pasted in there. I'm going to hit randomize once. The team that ends up in the number 1 position gets the 400 points cards. And it is also going to the Giants. Wow, isn't that crazy? Yeah, okay, so fate working some magic for you. So those of you who did pick up the second chance and you sent your payments in by PayPal, I will use PayPal most likely to ship that order to you. So I hope that your address is correct in there. If it is not, you need to fire me off a message and let me know, okay? So that I have an idea of what's going on. Chris is here. Hi, Chris. Greg is here. And let's recap. All right, so the 400 points went to the Giants using random. Then we had the Julio Jones relic for the Falcons, a DJ Moore for the Panthers. This is Michael Strahan and the Giants, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with Mike Evans. Nice Sam Darnold autograph to 49 for the Jets. The 49ers hit DJ Reed to 49. We have the Bengals with Sam Hubbard to 25. Mark Andrews, unnumbered, oddly, for the Ravens. Most stuff in Playbook is numbered. In the past, it's all been numbered, but every once in a while we find unnumbered ones in this year's. It's kind of weird. That is a Baker Mayfield relic for the Browns, a Mike White relic for the Cowboys, and a little Plaxico Burress autograph coming out for the Giants. But we're not done. We've got even more for New York. Harry Carson throwback autograph and relic there for the Giants. Kerryon Johnson and the Lions. Darius Geis for the Redskins. For the Packers, it is Ty Montgomery. And this is Ozzie Newsome for the Browns. The Redskins with Josh Doxson. The Raiders with a throwback Jim Plunkett. That's a nice one, too, to 99. Good-looking relic on this Julio Jones is to 25. The Saints hit with Michael Thomas. My Pittsburgh Steelers pulled a pretty cool Ryan Shazier. Kansas City Chiefs with a triple relic Tyreek Hill, Kareem Hunt, and Patrick Mahomes. The Broncos with a Courtland Sutton. And now we have our booklets to look over. And one thing that I did forget to mention to you guys earlier in all of the chaos of trying to deal with the unpaid teams, if your team did not hit in Playbook, you are still going to get consolation cards in the mail, okay? So you are still going to get a package even if your team didn't hit, and maybe you'll have, better luck with that. This is DJ Chark and the Jags on that booklet to 99. The Josh Allen booklet was also numbered to 99 for the Buffalo Bills. This is just all kinds of awesome right here. This is an Armory 1 of 1, Anthony Miller for the Bears, and I gotta say, that's incredibly cool. You really couldn't ask for much more than that. Players Association tag, the shield, the swoosh, the rest of the laundry tags. That's, if you've got the Bears, that's an awesome, awesome hit for you. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, this one is numbered to 99 for the Green Bay Packers. The Dallas Cowboys to 125. You have a little Mike White headed your way. And again, that's the one that has the most white on the spine, but several of these have some of that where they've just been opened. It's just part of it. Royce Freeman and the Broncos. I think they probably spread them open pretty far when they're signing them, is my guess. Ito Smith to 125 for the Falcons, or when they're inserting the stuff into them, depending, I guess, on how it's done. And then the Aaron Rodgers to 5, which I gotta say, that is an unexpectedly nice hit in here as well. I mean, you've got 3 total relics, the autograph there, and numbered to 5. That's a fantastic hit for the Packers with Aaron Rodgers. So that is Playbook. Playbook is in the books. We're going to head now into Bowman's Best. And everybody in Bowman's Best, you guys were all kinds of awesome, and you got all your stuff paid on time. We don't have to worry about any unpaid or unsold teams in here, so thank you for that. So Bowman's Best. You guys, along with Playbook, I am projecting will ship out on Wednesday. That's because, we've got the holiday, so there'll be no mail on Tuesday. There's no mail, of course, tomorrow on Sunday. I'll get as much as I can done on Monday, but there is a couple of breaks ahead of you that have to ship out first. So in all likelihood, they'll get out Monday. I'll probably get yours ready on Tuesday, might even print the label on Tuesday, but of course it won't be picked up till Wednesday. Every team should pull cards in Bowman's Best, so we shouldn't have to worry about any sort of consolation cards here. This is an 8-box case. It is break number 4, so the 4th case that we've done. It also, of course, ended tonight on eBay, the 29th of December, as we're rolling right along, headlong into 2019. Crazy how quickly this year's gone by, at least for me, anyway. And finally, we're ready to start on this. Appreciate your patience. I know it took about 15 minutes longer than we had planned. But we got it all done. That's the important part, I guess. So Bowman's Best, for anybody who might not know how this is configured, there are 2 mini boxes inside of each master box. So there are 8 master boxes, which means 16 minis. And each mini box has 2 autographs in it. So we're going to be finding a total of 32 autographs. We'll find a lot of parallels and things like that as well. And the way I like to do this is to get all of our mini boxes out of here first. So that'll be our first order of business, is just getting everything extracted. And honestly, this would be a pretty quick break if we didn't have so much packaging. But you got to get all the mini boxes out, then they get opened up, and then all the packs that are in all of them have to be opened up. It's kind of crazy. Like, once you get into the mini box, it should just be kind of one big pack of cards. That's how I would like it anyway. But that doesn't mean that's how it's going to happen. Just means how I would prefer it to happen. Buckeye is here. Hi, Buckeye. How are you doing? And Alan J., you are looking for Red Sox tonight. Okay, we'll see what we can manage to wrangle up for Boston. Greg needs the Baltimore Orioles. And Card Collectors just wishing everybody good luck. He didn't get in tonight, but he stopped by to see us, which I am always happy to see you guys, to come and hang out, whether you're in the break or not. You're always welcome to hang out and keep me company. Oh, Greg, you've got the Pirates, too. I missed that part. I saw the Orioles, and I didn't see the Pirates. Buckeye, I am not really feeling much better, I have to say. I still remain quite a bit under the weather, and I am heavily medicated. But I did, manage to round up some cough syrup today, too. So that helps a little. You don't have to hear me hack as much. And then, of course, you know my philosophy. Just anything I can find. Doesn't matter what it is. If it looks like it's related to helping me not feel bad, I'm just going to take it. So, that's kind of how we're rolling. Oh, you got family in town tonight, Buckeye? Yeah, we did We had a nice break out of Playbook. Of course, Playbook's always nice, but we had a couple of real nice hits out of Playbook. And hopefully Bowman's Best will be good. It usually is. I mean, of course, I'm a little biased in that I absolutely love Bowman, but typically we have pretty good luck in these breaks too. Bruce is here. Bruce, you are making a rare appearance. You are hardly ever in chat, man. I think usually you're working and such. So that's nice to see you in chat. And maybe I'll see more of some of you after we get the time moved back. Of course, we're breaking early, as I went over earlier, for New Year's Eve and New Year's Day both. We've got an early start time, and means all the auctions are ending earlier as well. And then once we get past that, we're going to move our regular time from 9:30, or from 10 rather, back to 9:30, at least through the winter. So that might help a few of you anyway. And Latchman, you said to try ginger tea. I don't know. I'm not really a big tea person. I mean, I guess I should try about anything at this point, though, right? And Latchman said with honey. Yeah, my mom keeps telling me I need honey. I'm like, I don't have any honey in the house, and I really didn't want to go get any honey today, but I probably should have. But I didn't, so we'll muddle through. We'll muddle through. Alan J., you are right. The last case of this was really quite good. We hit the Juan Soto to 10, wasn't it, I think? And then we hit the Acuna to 50, both autos. That was a particularly nice case. And we also hit Casey Mize in there and Liberatore, I think. I don't remember who all. A lot, though. A lot of good stuff came out of the last case. So we're just going to pick up where we left off, hopefully. Make our good luck just continue on into this case. Oh, Bruce, you had to have your shoulder replaced. Oh, man. How long does that take to rehab? That does not sound like fun at all. I do not think I would probably do very well with that. I mean, I guess you have to keep it immobilized for a period of time. I would do terrible with that. Well, hopefully you'll recover quickly. Our first autograph out is headed to the Tampa Bay Rays. And that is Justin Williams. We're going to find lots of refractors in here. This is just one of many that we will find. That one, of course, is Bryce Harper. And then we have an atomic refractor behind that for the Rays for Brendan McKay. Latchman, you tried to get in on Playbook and got shut out. Yeah, I know. I wish you had, if you had been on a little bit earlier when we were breaking it, we had some unpaid teams. You probably would have picked those up. This is Yelich to 150 for the Brewers in a blue parallel. Bruce, I can't believe you're only going to have to be off 3 months. There's Guerrero with a refractor. I'm a big baby. I'd probably have to be off longer than that. Okay, we'll find a lot of these best performers. The entire insert series refracts. That particular one is Greg Maddux. And our next autograph out is a really nice one for the Yankees. And that is Mr. Florial. So the Yankees have their night kind of tucked away right out of the first box, feeling happy. And I know I had a question, Shohei Base. Early indications, this is another one. The entire insert series refracts, as will the Power Producers inserts. There was a question from, I believe it was our Yankees team owner, about whether or not all the cards ship. And the answer is yes, all the cards do ship. And that's usually what happens with my breaks. Usually all the cards ship. Now, sometimes, every once in a while, something will be different, where maybe all the veteran base or something might not ship, or it might be a separate bidding category or whatever. And anytime something like that comes into play, it will always say that in the listing description. So when you scroll down to that part where it tells you the date and time of the break, and it tells you the quantity and the name of the product, any variations would always be in that same area, okay? So if it were, you know, some deal where there was a special bidding category or veteran base wasn't shipping or whatever. But in this case, for this product, all the cards are going to ship all the time. And I don't ever hold cards out of Bowman's Best. It's such an easy break to sort and ship. It's not one we have to worry about. How about a little gold coming out for the Pirates to get things rolling up in Pittsburgh? Numbered 250, you have Kevin Kramer headed your way. Bruce, they said that it is easier to replace it than rebuild it. Wow. Ginger, the first autograph out was the Tampa Bay Rays. You are correct. I could not tell you who the player was because I don't remember that, but it was somebody for the Rays on that first autograph out tonight. Yes. Stephanie, you need the Cubbies tonight. Okay, we'll see what we can do about that. Pirates again. This one is Mitch Keller. That is the green parallel to 99. And guys, I'm not calling out each individual refractor as it goes by, but I'm assuming you can see and you know which ones they are. If you need me to call them out, let me know. Meanwhile, here is your Cubby, Stephanie. You got a little Nico headed your way, like right on cue there. Right about the time I looked up and saw come on Cubbies, we managed to pull you one, so not too shabby. But basically, of course, you know, the refractors are just that special coating that gives it that pretty little rainbow of colors. So anytime you see that, you know you're looking at a refractor. Stephanie, you said your 80-year-old mother had a knee replacement 3 weeks ago, and she's already walking and driving. Wow, that's crazy, isn't it? I mean, you would think it would be way longer than that to recover, but you know, I guess they've gotten this stuff down to a science these days. I mean, I guess it's always been kind of a science. It's always been a science, but you know what I mean. I think it's maybe routine is the word I'm looking for. They do so many of them these days. They've really perfected it to where it's not nearly as big a deal as it would have been a few years ago. Oh, Latch, you were fixing your cousin's Wi-Fi. Well, that was nice. Helping out your cousin. You gotta like that plan. If your cousin's willing to help you out, I always say go for it. Most of my cousins don't live near me, though. This is Ramos for the Giants. If they did, I would put them to work. They'd be sorting cards. I would work them hard. All right, for the Astros, you have a little George Springer atomic refractor. And there's Jordan Adams for the Angels on the best performers insert. A green parallel to 99 for the Mariners. It's Evan White. I keep waiting for some big trade news to come out. You know, we haven't had much movement this winter. I don't know what the deal is. I mean, of course, my Reds did manage to execute that trade with the Dodgers. But other than that, I mean, I haven't really seen any. I mean, sure, there's been little odds and ends stuff, but no big sweeping changes yet. Of course, we're still waiting on the Bryce Harper derby to end, and ditto with the Machado deal. Stephanie, you think Harper's going to go to the Cubs, huh? I did see, I guess it was it on Bleacher Report? I don't remember, guys, if it was in Bleacher Report or if it was on ESPN, somewhere in the last 48 hours. I saw one of the talking heads saying that Philadelphia wants both Machado and Harper, but that neither player wants to go to Philadelphia. So I was like, wow, that is harsh, man. So, of course, I'm sure when it comes down to the end of the day, they're going to go where they get the most money. But Blue Jays and Riley Adams. still, if you're Philly, you know, I mean, that probably kind of makes you feel like, huh, like I'm getting ready to pay you $300 million and you're, or 400 million or whatever it's going to be, and you're out telling the world like you don't want to play here. Gleyber Torres for the Yankees. This particular insert is called Neophyte Sensations, and we'll find a handful of those as we go along, and as the name suggests, it's going to be our rookies on there for the most part. There's an Ozzie Albies Best Performers insert that passed us by. And the Angels, got a nice hit here with Brandon Marsh headed your way. But yeah, man, and plus if you're the fans in Philly, Shohei Power Producers insert. And there is Machado, speaking of the devil, in a Dodgers uniform, of course, as we would expect. But yeah, I think if you were the Phillies, or if you are the Phillies, and you're the fan, and you're excited that maybe your team is going to sign one of these two guys, and then these two guys are coming out saying, yeah, we don't want to play for your team. Like, that would really make me unhappy as a fan. So even if they did sign them, you would kind of be off to a, I don't know, not a bad start, but you maybe would have a little bit of a bad taste in your mouth about that relationship with the player if you're the fans. Alan J., Mr. No Hustle, I know you're referring to Machado. Still such a stupid thing. Why would that guy say that? Like, it's obvious anyway. Everybody can see it and observe it, but why would you stand there and say it? I mean, like, what was that? I guess that's just when you know you're that good and you're going to get paid even when you do say it. Jordan Adams coming out for the Angels. I guess that's what happens when you are that good. Here's Ozzie with an atomic refractor for the Braves. Behind that for the Phillies, here's Alec in the purple parallel to 250. And Stephanie said she's driving, so she's not going to be typing anymore, which is good. That's good. Scotty sometimes comes in and texts and types and chats while he's driving. We're always like, oh, no, don't do that. It's Harrison Bader to 99 for the Cardinals, green parallel. Because, like, man, I would hate to be responsible for that. Well, now, we're about to have ourselves a nice hit right here because I see some gold. And it is for the Cardinals, Best Performers, Nolan Gorman to 50. So, not too shabby if you've got the St. Louis Cardinals. Not too shabby at all with a Nolan Gorman to 50. Take that all day long. But so far, Bowman's Best has been very good to us. Really, every case we've opened, we've had some nice hits. I haven't had any that I would say have been a dud so far. We've got, I think, what did I say? This is, I think, our fourth case of this that we are opening. I think we've got, I don't know, maybe 10 or so to open. So we've got several more to keep us busy for a while. Alan J. says that is a nice hit, but an ugly card. You know, I'm not super fond of that Best Performers insert either. We've talked about that in some of the other breaks. Something about that card design, and I can't quite put my finger on what it is, other than it's just kind of out of place with the rest of the set. I mean, the card design just in no way matches the rest of the set, and I'm not sure if that's what bugs me about it or what, but I agree with you. It does bother me a little bit. Something about it is less than ideal. Oh, man, that's one of those crappy sleeves that doesn't want to open the first 10 times you try. For the Blue Jays, that is Jordan Groshans. There's another Shohei insert. This one is the Neophyte Sensations, of course, for the Angels. A Best Performers. I thought that was going to be the Atomic, but this is the Atomic behind it. And for the Mets, it's Jarred Kelenic with your Atomic Refractor Best Performers insert. And the Cardinals hit again. Cardinals are kind of rolling right along tonight. Nolan Gorman once again. So St. Louis, not too shabby. Corey Kluber to 250. Purple parallel for the Indians. Chris, you said it looked like they couldn't make up their minds if they were going to be a sticker autograph or not. Yeah, I don't know. There's just the whole card design in general on those Best Performers. It's just, I think I would like it better if it didn't have all the lines in it. If it was just the nice baseball cutout silhouetting, you know, behind the player without all of the lines going. I mean, I know they're supposed to, you know, represent sunbursts or whatever, but I think maybe it's kind of a combination, I think, of the lines and the fact that it just really doesn't go with the rest of the set. Yeah, you think it's the lines too? Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. It's just a weird sort of card. But nonetheless, when you get an autograph on it, hey, it's still good. It's always good to have the autograph, especially to 50. So we'll take it on the ugly card, as you guys call it. Sorry. Better than it was, though. Before I always load up on all my medication about 45 minutes before it's time to do the break, so it has time to kick in. And it does make it easier. You don't have to listen to nearly as much stuff as you'd have to hear hacking, coughing, and sniffling wise if I didn't take it right then. And this is the Kansas City Royals, Daniel Lynch autograph. And an Atomic for the Mets, who had, of course, an Atomic Kelenic a minute ago. You have Jacob deGrom on that Atomic. Best Performers for Liberatore, and I had somebody stuck behind him, which was Nick Williams, trying to hitch a ride there for a hot second. And it's Kieboom, Mr. Carter Kieboom for the Nationals. Somewhere I have got, is that a, oh yeah, that's a Shohei refractor. Somewhere I have got a, I think a printing plate autograph of Carter Kieboom out of Kieboom. I always say Kieboom, it's Kieboom, I think. But anyway, I think I've got one somewhere of him that I need to find and probably get graded. My Cincinnati Reds have our first orange of the evening, numbered 25. It is my man Joey Votto for Cincinnati Reds. My Reds got a little love tonight. Yeah, because don't you think Carter, well, I don't know. I say Carter might come up in 2019, but 2019 or 2020, I think Carter will come up. I don't know. Has anybody heard? Is he projected to come up in 19 or not? That's just kind of my own speculation that I think he's probably coming up in 19 or 20. Now, I'm most looking forward to, of course, Eloy Jimenez should be coming up early in 19. Vlad Guerrero Jr. Like, I'm really looking forward to baby Vlad coming up, too. And, of course, Victor Robles should finally make it up, but all his rookie cards were in 18, because he would have been called up ahead of Juan Soto had he not been injured at the time they had a need. So Juan leapfrogged him, and there you go. So he'll actually probably show up for the long haul in 19, but all of his rookies have sailed here in 18. That is numbered to 150. Alec for the Phillies with the blue parallel. There's a Florial insert. This is numbered to 250 for the Red Sox. I know somebody asked for a Red Sox earlier. I'm sure you're looking for an autograph. Hopefully we're going to find you one. But in the meantime, we've got J.D. Martinez purple parallel to hold you over a little bit. There is one, as a matter of fact. And here's Matthew Liberatore for the Tampa Bay Rays. So, Ginger, there's one of your Rays, and a good one. I like him. Griffin 1A, you said you've been out of town tonight. You missed out on your Packers. Oh, man, don't even go back and watch it. Don't even go back and watch the break, man. Don't. You're just going to be sad. So, don't go back on the Packers. Just live to fight another day, jump into the next playbook, and yeah, I wouldn't rewatch this one. Sandy Alcantara for the Marlins. Little Miami Marlin action. Jonathan India. And another refractor. Like 2/3 of the cards in here are refractors one way or the other. Either base refractors or the insert refractors. Oh, Alan J. Casas is your only Red Sox autograph in here. Well, we've been hitting Tristan some, so I would think we would have a shot at finding him for you. Oh, Griffin, yeah, I'm not kidding, man. You don't even want to watch Playbook tonight. You do not. Chris, you're looking for the Braves. We got to find your Braves. Yeah, we're actually probably a little bit, well, we're giving, you're about right. I guess we are about half, because that would have been 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so we are a little over half of what we would be through in our 8 master boxes. There is Tristan to 250 purple parallel for the Red Sox. Behind that, an autograph for the Mariners with Josh Stowers. The Colorado Rockies, and there's Mitch Keller. An atomic for the Red Sox with Craig Kimbrell. Yeah, Griffin, tomorrow night we have got, Bowman Draft, I think, is tomorrow night. So, yeah, that's that'll be a good one to jump into as well. We've had some nice things coming out there, too. Ahmed Rosario, Neophyte Sensations. As a whole, Bowman's been pretty good to us all throughout December. The various configurations of products we've opened. The Diamondbacks hit with Pavin Smith. Oh, my screen is trying to time out there. Yeah, I don't know if he's going to stay in Boston or not. I don't know. I mean, you would think, they look like they're going to be title contenders again. You would think that he would be inclined to stay there, but you never know. I guess it depends on how strong the call of the money is elsewhere. So I guess when it comes right down to it, no matter how much you like your team or your city, if somebody offers you a lot more money, you might take it. Especially since they've already won the championship, Once you get the ring, you're a little more inclined to say, okay, now I can play wherever, do whatever. At least that seems to be the trend. Once, if a guy wants the ring, he probably wants that more than the money. Once he gets the ring, then the money usually becomes the overriding factor. It seems like, anyway. Brady Singer, Kansas City Royals. Does anybody happen to know what the score is for the Alabama-Oklahoma game by any wild remote chance? it's probably still just a gigantic blowout. I mean, my gosh. Alabama just rolled them, man. Just steamrolled them in the first half. That was... I didn't even think Oklahoma could play that badly. An atomic refractor, Royce Lewis for the Twins. Hey, we have another Nolan Gorman on Best Performers. That's kind of crazy. Isn't this our third Nolan Gorman? It's the second on Best Performers. The first one, of course, was the gold parallel to 50. This one's unnumbered. And then I think we got the regular Nolan Gorman, too. So whoever was in charge of diversifying the hits in this product maybe did not do a great job, I would say. Here's your nice up-and-comer for the Padres, numbered to 50. That is Fernando Tatis for San Diego. Well, Tatis Jr., I guess I should say the junior, right? It's printed on there. $38.20 Alabama. Man, oh man. Well, at least Oklahoma's got some points on the board, but, I mean, still, they're just getting absolutely blown out of the place. That's awful. Wow. Clemson, though. Clemson looked for real today, didn't they? They really did. Of course, part of it is, I think, Notre Dame just maybe, you know, didn't look the part. So that, of course, enhances the performance of Clemson. But I think Clemson, Alabama might make for a pretty good game. I think it'll be closer, certainly, than what this has turned out to be. Well, I agree that Georgia should have been in. I for sure agree with that. I mean, you know, I'm an SEC gal, so yeah, I definitely wanted Georgia in the mix there. And I think they deserved it. I mean, they had a good season. I think they deserved to be there, but Minnesota Twins, Fernando Romero. But it's controversial every year as to who gets in there and who doesn't. I mean, seems like, you know, they haven't had the college football playoffs all that long, but it seems like there's always somebody that we're going, yeah, they should have been in and not this other team. That was Jose Altuve, atomic refractor. We have a Rafael Devers Neophyte Sensations coming out next for the Red Sox. And an atomic refractor Power Producers, Kyle Lewis for the Mariners. But still, I mean, I'm still glad they have the college football playoff, but yeah, they might want to tweak that formula a little bit. Wow, Yankees. I bet now you're not feeling so bad about the fact that they didn't do a great job randomizing the hits, because this is your second Florial. Wow. This one on the early indications insert. So the Yankees, with two excellent Florial hits, headed your way out of this case. And all of our other cases really have had a nice selection of hits across a variety of teams. I think this is the first one that I would say really has kind of clumped together several hits for the same team. So this is the first one that I'd say they did not do a great job randomizing. Stephanie, you're home. Good. All right, so you made it safe and sound. That's always a good thing. Crazy people out on the roads around the holidays. Alan J., you think they need 8 teams in the playoff, in college football playoffs? Well, I mean, I guess you could. You could do 8. I don't mind that it's 4. I just would like it to be just maybe somehow done a little differently. Yeah, Steven, did you see that's your second one? Were you on earlier? if you were not, you have another Floreal in here too, man. You got, that was your second one. And here is another hit for the Yankees right on target. That is Anthony Siegler. So, yeah, they may not have done a fantastic job with our hit randomization today, but sometimes it just rolls that way, unfortunately. Thank goodness, not super often in this product. There is a Gleyber Torres atomic refractor on the Great Performers insert, also for the Yankees. We have ourselves a redemption, which I just flipped upside down there. I don't know if you saw it when it went by or not. I didn't, but we will flip it over right at the end of the break and then go to our Topps website and verify the team. I mean, in all likelihood, we're going to know what the team is, but nonetheless, we go there and let Topps show it to us so that everybody can see it up there on the screen. On the Panini website, they will actually tell you what it's going to be numbered to as well. Topps doesn't do that, but they do at least show you the team, which is what we'll use. So, Stephen, you have been here. Okay, so you did see your other one. Good. Yeah, you're doing all right in that regard. And actually, I think these two tonight, are they our first? They might be our first Floreal out of Bowman's Best. Trying to remember if we hit him in the first 3 cases or not. I don't, maybe in one of them, but we're definitely not, like, he's not one we pull out of every case or anything like that, so. And here we have another hit for the Yankees. It's like ever since Steven came into chat, he just kind of like owns all the hits, doesn't he? He should have chatted sooner. That is Josh Bro for the Yankees. Yeah, Yankees all of a sudden surging in and kind of cleaning up here with the hits. Steven brought him some good luck when he jumped into chat. And the Mets, New York in general, kind of rolling right now. There's Jared Kelenic. Of course, he has been traded to the Mariners. I'm sure everyone knows that. But it's always going to go to the team on the card if there's a team designated. So since it is designated Mets on there, that's a refractor. That is where it will go, of course. Oh, the Angels. You have yourselves a Shohei Ohtani /50. With a nice little gold best performers insert coming out for Los Angeles. I know you would like to have that signed, but nonetheless, I think it's still a strong little hit there to help with your ROI. Return on investment, of course, is the overriding factor for us all in these breaks, I think. Unless you're just collecting for your own collection, then you maybe don't care as much about that. All right, so you guys are debating who is going to be on that redemption. Buckeye says it's going to be Siegler or Bryce. You know what? Bryce Terang, we pull all the time on a redemption for the Brewers out of here. It could very easily be Bryce. Stephanie, I pulled Rizzo out of here live. Maybe he's a redemption too, but we've pulled him out of here live at least twice. Autographs, I mean. So I don't know that it's going to be Rizzo. Not that, I mean, sometimes they have live and redemption. But I know for sure he's got some live in this product anyway. You guys says the card doesn't look any better in gold. No, probably not. But it's just an ugly card design on that particular insert. The Rockies with a hit. Colton Welker shows up for Colorado. And for those of you who are worried about it, I do not believe I am contagious. I have not made anybody else in the house sick, so I don't think I am contagious for anybody who's worried about that. And I use lots of hand sanitizer and wash my hands a million times a day. And I don't cough or sneeze into my hands either. It's always into my shoulder or the crook of my elbow. Hunter Green Atomic Refractor for the Reds. Yes, gracious, my mother would have a fit if I ever, like, coughed or sneezed, like, right into my hands. I'd put her right over the edge. Cincinnati Reds, Jeter Downs, showing up for my Reds tonight. Cardinals, Harrison Bader, 150, the blue parallel for St. Louis. I just keep all of the refractors and inserts stacked separately. If you guys wonder, like, where those go, it's because I keep them stacked separately, because sometimes it'll come up with somebody who'll want to recap it, or there'll be a question about one of them or something. So I just keep them in a separate stack. It also makes it easier when I need to, for any that I need to go through and grab and put into sleeves or top loaders, you know, after the break. It's easier if they're separated out. So that's why there's different stacks for anybody who might be wondering that. All right, we are on Last Box Mojo. There's our housekeeping. It's a redemption that we'll be looking at after we finish this. So we're calling upon Last Box Mojo to bring us a big one in here. Stephanie, you got a Chris Bryant redemption, but you've had no luck with Bowman's Best, really? Well, we pulled somebody for your Cubs. We pulled Nico for your Cubbies, actually. Did you not? You don't like your draft pick? I like Nico. But, you know, you're not going to hit a lot of, out of Bowman's Best, I mean, you're not going to hit a lot of Chris Bryant's and Bryce Harper and that kind of stuff. I mean, for sure they're in here. But any Bowman product, you know you're going to be more likely to hit your up-and-coming guys, because, I mean, that's the whole Bowman, that's the whole idea behind Bowman. You're going to be more likely to hit your up-and-coming guys and or your current year rookies. I mean, for sure, there's some superstars in Bowman's Best, but they're not going to come out anywhere near the frequency that you're going to get on these other guys. So I guess it's all about just kind of what your expectations are with Bowman's Best. I personally really like the product, and I think we've pulled some really nice stuff out of it this year. So I've been super pleased with it. But then again, I'm looking at all the hits. You guys are, you know, speaking from the standpoint of just your individual team. That is Carlos Carrasco for the Indians on the Atomic Refractor. Here is Andujar with the Neophyte Sensations insert and the Yankees. And there is Chris Bryant, great performer, speaking of. And here is Mr. Acuna and a refractor for the Braves. Ryan Rollison for the Rockies. So the Rockies pulling out a couple here kind of towards the end of the night. There's Mr. Casey Mize, Atomic Refractor for the Tigers. Oh, Oklahoma's got it 38-26. Well, that's at least more respectable anyway. So, I mean, and probably, I would assume, it's been a little bit better half of football to watch, because that first half was just dreadful. I mean, I couldn't sit and watch it straight through because I have work to do, but I, you know, definitely had it on in the background, and it was not really enticing. Seattle Mariners, Logan Gilbert. And there's another gold Ohtani. So, Angels, you've got a couple of gold Ohtanis. The great, or the greatest performance, or the best performers. What is wrong with me? Well, cold medication's what's wrong with me. And then, of course, this one numbered to 50 with the base rookie card in the gold parallel. So, not too shabby there if you happen to be holding the cards for the Angels tonight. Not your autograph, I realize, but better than going home empty-handed. Braves, how about that? It's not your Acuna, but you know what? Pache's a nice hit. and that's numbered to 50. So I think in the absence of having your Acuna, which I know you wanted, I think that Pache is still a nice hit for Atlanta tonight. So at least it doesn't send you home with nothing. It's another Shohei. That's the best performances or best performers or... All right, what else have we got? A little Shane McClanahan, another hit for the Tampa Bay Rays. So, Ginger, you did all right tonight with your Rays. You came in fairly strong with Tampa Bay tonight, I think. You've got a handful of autographs in there, something stuck to the back of Didi Gregorius. And indeed, it was Victor Robles for the Nationals. Purple parallel numbered to 250. Now, we have a redemption to flip over. We still got one person we're going to make happy with that redemption in a minute. Let me get our stacks up here. This is what we're going to recap. These are our atomic refractors, our numbered parallels, and of course our autographs. We're going to recap all of that, and we will check this out. And once again, once we flip it and look at it, we're going to head to the Topps website and verify it. It comes out as Mason Denneberg, best of 2018 autograph refractor parallel. Okie dokie, kids. Let's go over here and get this done. Oh, man, did I not open? Look at that. Silly me. I forgot to open the Topps checklist, didn't I? That's all right. It's coming. See how easy? I just usually have it open ahead of time, and I forgot. All right, where are you, Bowman's Best? There you are. All right, we are looking for the best of 2018 autograph is what we need. So it's going to take us a minute to scroll down through here and find it. Okay, so Mason, where are you, my friend? Mason, right there. For the Nats. And of course, again, it doesn't tell us it's numbered. But, you know, Topps is pretty consistent. So we know if it had a color attached to it, it's going to be numbered. It doesn't have a color attached to it, so I think we can probably safely assume that it's not, but it is at least the refractor parallel, so there's that. All right, so let's recap, guys. These are our atomic refractors. You've got Casey Mize for the Tigers, Carrasco for the Indians, Hunter Green for my Cincinnati Reds, Gleyber Torres for the Yankees. Then we have Kyle Lewis in the Mariners, Jose Altuve for the Astros, Royce Lewis, the Twins, Kimbrel for the Red Sox. The Mets have Jacob deGrom. There's a Jared Kelenic for the Mets. Ozzie Albies and the Braves, George Springer and the Astros, and then the Tampa Bay Rays with Brendan McKay. To the best of my knowledge, that is all of our atomic refractors that are not numbered or signed. Occasionally, guys, I might stack one in the wrong spot and it wouldn't get recapped, but of course, if you saw it earlier, then you know you're gonna have it shipped to you, because once again, everything does ship. Victor Robles to 250 for the Nationals. There's the nice Shohei Ohtani gold best performers for the Angels, followed by, hey, look at that, another Shohei Ohtani gold. That's the rookie card for the Angels. To 150 for the Cardinals, that's Harrison Bader. This is to 50, Fernando Tatis Jr. and the Padres. Tristan to 250 for the Red Sox. And this is J.D. Martinez to 250 for the Red Sox. Alec to 150 for the Phillies. My Cincinnati Reds have Joey Votto to 25, and the only orange we pulled tonight. The Indians, Corey Kluber, purple to 250. Harrison Bader to 99. Green for the Cardinals. Alec to 250 for the Phillies. Keller to 99 for the Pirates. And then Yelich to 150 in the blue parallel for the Brewers. On to our autographs. We have the Mason Denneberg redemption for the Nationals. McClanahan for the Rays. The nice Pache to 50 for the Braves. Logan Gilbert, Mariners. The Rockies with Rollison. Jeter Downs for the Reds. Colorado Rockies, Colton Welker. The Mets with Jared Kelenic. Josh Breaux for the Yankees. Anthony Siegler for the Yankees. Estevan Florial for the Yankees. Fernando Romero, to change it up a little bit, for the Twins. Nolan Gorman, Cardinals. Brady Singer for the Royals. Pavin Smith, Diamondbacks. Josh Stowers for the Mariners. Alcantara for the Marlins. Next up, Liberatore for the Rays. The Nationals with Carter Kieboom. Daniel Lynch and the Royals. The Cardinals with Nolan Gorman. Jordan Groshans and the Blue Jays. Here's your other Nolan Gorman. This one is to 50 on the Best Performers Gold Parallel for the Cardinals. Jordan Adams for the Angels. Brandon Marsh for the Angels. The Blue Jays with Riley Adams to 99. You have Evan White and the Mariners. Helio Ramos for the Giants. Nico and the Cubbies. And Kevin Kramer to 50 for the Pirates. There's your other Florial for the Yankees. And we started things off with the Tampa Bay Rays and Justin Williams. So that is our break for tonight. I will put up the spreadsheet information one more time for anybody who's interested in knowing what's coming up here in the days ahead, and or you want another look at the shipping schedule, etc. We can go ahead and get that put back up on the screen for you here in a hot second. Alan J., thank you for that. I'm going to hopefully feel better soon. I don't know. I don't get sick terribly often, but when I do, it tends to just linger. It's kind of a pain. And Stephanie, Happy New Year's back to you as well. Thank you for jumping in here and joining us tonight. All right, so once again, guys, shipping, I'm expecting to be Wednesday. If I can get it out to you Monday, I will, but I don't think that is super likely, and there's no mail on Tuesday for New Year's Day. So labels may print in that dead time where they can't go out, but they would still reflect the date of Wednesday and be picked up and or dropped off on that Wednesday. So just be aware of that. Consolation cards, everybody's got cards in Bowman's Best. It doesn't apply there. Of course, in Playbook, if you happen to have gotten skunked in that, your consolation cards will ship out with the rest of the break, because these were, of course, paid shipping breaks tonight. And in our schedule for the days ahead, tomorrow night we're going to do a Gold Rush autographed baseball jersey and a half case of Bowman Draft Baseball, which is the back half of a case we started the other day. Then we'll do on Monday, we're going to do a special early start time, which is New Year's Eve. We're going to start at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific. So all the auctions are going to be ending a lot earlier, too. We'll do a 9-box NBA mixer break. That will be from 2012-13 season all the way up through the current 18-19 season. We'll do a 12-box NFL football mixer. That will have product from 2013 all the way up through the current year of 2018. When you pull up the description for those two, it will give you more information on exactly what is included. Tuesday, which is New Year's Day, we're going to start early there too at 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Pacific. We're going to open a half case of TriStar Autograph Mini Football helmets. It'll be the start of a new case. We'll break Bowman's Best Baseball again in another 8-box case, and we'll do a 12-box case of Optic Football. On Wednesday and going forward, please note that our start time is going to move from 10 Eastern to 9:30. That's going to be our new start time beginning on January the 2nd. It'll probably stay that way through the winter, might even stay that way through all next year. We'll just have to wait and see how that goes. So then you can see there on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we've got a variety of things in there. More Playbook football, full case of Contenders basketball, a 16-box master case of Revolution, more Bowman's Best, more Bowman Draft mixed in with some various jersey breaks and autograph mini helmet breaks and such. So I believe that has got me covered for tonight. Thank you once again, everyone, for joining me, spending part of your evening with me, and for your patience while we got those extra teams sold at the top of the break. So have a great night, and we'll catch you the next time. Bye now.